Welcome TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to take a look what are Apache Spark Pools in Azure Synapse. So if you are here in the Azure Synapse workspace, what you will be doing, you will be going to manage here, and then you will be going to the analytics pools. Here we have SQL pools, Apache Spark Pools, and Data Explorer pools. Now we have already worked with the SQL pools where we have a serverless SQL pool and dedicated SQL pool, but here we are going to talk about Apache Spark pools. So we will be creating that Apache Spark pool later on in the next video, but right now I want to just cover some concept. So here is the definition. Apache Spark Pools in Azure Synapse are a distributed computing environment used to run big data processing and analytical workloads using Apache Spark, an open source analytics engine for large-scale data processing. Spark Pools in Synapse are pre-integrated and serverless, simplifying the process of running Spark jobs without managing infrastructure. So still what we have to do when it says serverless, that doesn't mean that there is no server. We have to create the nodes and all that, but that means we don't have to manage the VMs, like we are not creating VMs and installing any softwares and all those kind of things. We are simply going to go to the Apache Spark Pools and then create Apache Spark Pools, and under the hood is going to create the nodes, auto scaling, and all those features will be automatically taken care of. Now let's take a look on the key concepts. Manage Spark environment. Spark pools are fully managed by Azure. You don't need to install or maintain Spark clusters, so we don't have to worry about that. We just simply on few clicks we will be able to set up our environment and we will be good to go. Language support, it supports PySpark, Scala, .NET, C#, and in the .NET only C# and Spark SQL. Auto scale, Spark pools can scale down or scale up automatically based on workload. Time to live, automatically shut down idle Spark sessions to save cost. User friendly, multiple users can run notebooks on the same pool concurrently. So if you and other users have written the notebooks and they want to use the same Apache pool, they will be able to use it. Notebook integration, deep integration with Synapse notebooks allow interactive development. So you can write your notebooks and run them by using Apache Spark pools. Now, why use Apache Spark pool in Synapse? So here we have seen that we were able to create the SQL pools. We use the serverless SQL pool to read the data from different files such as CSV, Parquet, and JSON, and then we had dedicated SQL pool where we read the data from the storage account and loaded the data to the tables, and we perform many operations. So why we need to use the Spark pool when we already have SQL pool? Because the unified platform combines SQL and Spark under one analytics workspace. So if you want to use a Spark, then you need these Spark pools. Now, Spark pools in Synapse are pre-integrated and managed, offering a serverless-like experience by simplifying the process of running Spark jobs without managing infrastructure. As I was explaining you don't have to create the VMs, you don't have to install any software on those VMs and all that. It's almost a serverless type of experience. Then you simply select the nodes and then you're good to go. And that's where it is very easy for us to create the SQL Spark pools. Big data ready, so ideal for processing large data sets from the Azure Data Lake storage. And then you have ETL and ML capability, machine learning capability, great for data transformation, feature engineering, and ML model training. And then you have collaboration, teams can share and schedule notebooks within Synapse Studio. Now let's take a look on some architectural highlights, and Synapse Workspace hosts Spark pools. So here we are in the Synapse Workspace, and you know that if you go to the management, and here is Apache Spark Pools. So that's where we manage our Spark pools. Now here we have Apache Spark runtime, execute notebooks and jobs. So once we have our nodes and everything set up, then we can go ahead and write our notebooks, and then those Apache Spark pools will be able to run our notebooks and jobs. Now, data sources are direct access to the Azure Data Lake, Blob Storage, Azure SQL DB, and Synapse SQL pools. So we can use our PySpark job notebooks. Maybe we write a SQL or a Scala or C Sharp, and we can access these different data sources through those notebooks and perform our transformations. Notebook and pipelines, Spark pools can be used within Synapse Studio. So we will see how exactly we can create our notebooks, and then we use Spark pools for both interactive and pipeline driven execution. So that's possible through the Spark pools. Common use cases: interactive data exploration and transformation, ETL or ELT pipeline using Spark or Scala, data science workflows and machine learning model training, querying and analyzing massive data lakes, data cleansing and standardization. So all these are different use cases where we can use the Spark pool. Now here let's take a look on some of the comparison. So we have feature here such as Engine Spark pool, and here we have the dedicated SQL pool. So here we will be using T-SQL or MPP, that's a parallel SQL engine, and here language PySpark, Scala and SQL can be used with the PySpark pool. Here only with the SQL pool only use T-SQL. And best for the Spark pool, unstructured and semi-structured big data. So that's where we can use Spark pool, and it's good to work with unstructured and semi-structured data. And with the SQL dedicated pool, structured data warehousing, so that's more appropriate to use where we have structured data with the dedicated SQL pools. Now execution in memory processing for the Spark pool, and then we have a dedicated SQL pool, that's a disk based MPP, that's parallel processing. Then you have use case ETL, ML, streaming data, data sciences and all that with Spark pool, and then with the dedicated SQL you have reporting, OLAP or BI. Now let's take a look on summary. Apache Spark pools in Azure Synapse offer a flexible, scalable and collaborative environment for data engineers, data scientists and analysts. With the native notebook support, auto-scaling and deep integration with the Azure storage and pipeline tools, Spark pools are an essential tool for the modern data analytics in the cloud. So you see that these are some definitions we cover, and we are going to go ahead and create our Apache Spark pool. Now one thing I want to mention here, right here I have actually a complete playbook that talk about Apache Spark and PySpark tutorial. You have 142 videos which talk about everything like data frame, RDDs, how to select data, how to add new column, how to delete column in the data frame, how to read data from different sources. So this tutorial is the same tutorial you can use, because you're going to write notebooks here once we create Apache Spark pools, and then all the notebooks are going to do the pretty much the same thing what I have done in these videos. But anyways, I'm going to create some example videos, and anyways like maybe 5 to 10. But if you want to learn more detail, you can come here and watch this entire playlist for Apache Spark methods or functions or whatever the capability it has. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in next video.